Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the Houston Rockets. Tip-off goes to Houston. Smith feeling it out a bit.
All right. This is a big challenge for me. I'm playing against Hakeem.
Coach and everyone settled in. What goes on in the mind of a coach at this point of the season?
Well, that really depends on how things have gone to this point. Some squads are cruising simply because they're playing well. Others are in panic mode a bit, trying to put out fires.
And it's the Heat with the ball, following the miss by Hakeem. Takes it inside. Coles can't hit. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
I didn't see much edge or bite to him today. A little more intensity really would have gone a long way.
They just never looked engaged to me, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
Olajuwon, no luck.
That's all I'm going to start. That's all I'm going to do. Just play
Smith against
real physical defense.
Pass to Cole. Here's Rice. Smith outside. To the middle. Here's Cycling. It's rebounded by Houston.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
I had Hakeem. I thought that was Kenny Smith, bro. I actually thought that was Kenny Smith. I know that was Hakeem. I thought that was Kenny.
Olajuwon on the wing. He's coming off a 22-point game against Philadelphia.
And he really controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position.
That's good. He's still for three right now.
And so here is Miami, following the miss by Hakeem. Here's Rice. His last outing, 16 points for him. Shot clock at 6. Here's Cycling, and he hits the jump shot.
Here's hoping this will help them build some offensive energy. It took a while for them to hit that first shot.
Try to start shooting those too, maybe.
Smith outside. Pass to Maxwell. I see him. And here is Johnson. Smith left side. Nice shot from the wing.
Okay.
Getting way up on his jumper. Smith has great lift.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Cole. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. It's stolen by Smith. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Smith on the wing.
And they can shoot threes too. I just realized they can shoot too. So
they can't expect
us trying to
that shot consistently.
not different for three, and different fitting. Defense not really a good option.
Here's Cole. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Long, who's guarded by Maxwell. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Coles. Off target from three-point range. For Houston, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter.
Not defending threes, not really a good option.
Smith against Maxwell. Olajuwon. Great positioning on the putback.
Superb follow-up by Hakeem. Muscling his way to the offensive rebound and sending it right back.
Coles passes to Rice. Here's Cole. Pass to Rice. Here's Cycling out to Smith. Here's Rice. No scoring in this one. Down low. Here's Cycling. Olajuwon with the block.
Great timing. Olajuwon waiting on that shot all the way.
He didn't fall for the pump fake. I was trying to get a foul for
Houston in the lead.
Who's got Kenny?
Smith outside. Throws it up high. A steal. Out in his own on the break.
By yourself,
Here's
bro.
Coles. Finished off the break.
Well, they had the opportunity to break, and man, did they ever. They took full advantage of it.
I don't know how you feel about it, but in the NBA, fast break points decide games.
Now a timeout called by Houston. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything in the East right now stands. Taking a look at Miami. They're 6th right now in the conference with lots of time to make a move.
All right.
For Houston, they've gone just 2 of 7
Let's score with
so far.
7 minutes left.
A little bit of a slow start for them.
We gotta defend the 3 because they can shoot.
Maxwell
Then
against
Maxwell, I
Smith.
think, can shoot. I know Kenny can shoot.
Here's Maxwell. He has yet to score. 5 to shoot. Shoots from the baseline. That's good on the jump shot.
This team depends on Smith to drain these in-between jumpers, and he doesn't let them down.
Here's Cole. 11 points for him in that last game against Chicago.
Also a great job passing the ball. Clearly, they ran everything through him.
Here's Rice.
Well, you look at Glenn
Nice
Rice,
foul.
he's a versatile offensive weapon from the perimeter or pretty much anywhere on the court. He can find his points.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls for Rice. And the Heat making a change here. Edwards is checked in. Both free throws good from Rice.
Quite simply, he's automatic at the line.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat
Shoot, I
team.
know he won't.
Clean sweep
I
of
was
them last season.
letting him
Bet
shoot that shit
momentum
too.
will likely carry over.
We'll see how they match
That's
up
my
this
fault,
time.
though.
Big difference from a year ago.
I ain't body.
Here's Cole. Pass to Rice. Olajuwon with the rebound. For Houston, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game up. Here's Maxwell. Out to the right wing.
Oh, we got it.
Goes up to the stripe. Miami grabs the miss. Cycley's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Coles. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
I like the tape, but I don't like the flop.
Here's Maxwell. Hasn't made one yet.
All right, Kenny.
Pass to Thorpe.
Kenny don't want none of that.
Knocked loose.
That's how we gotta play defense.
4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Edwards. And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
Credit the defense there. Adjusts his feet, takes the hit, and gets the call.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge
See, they had reviews back what they used, so that, you know, I can say that was even a fucking blocking foul and charge. They don't, they not, I can't even challenge you if I wanted to.
Bullard's checked in. And for Houston, they're shooting just about an even 40% to start. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
All right. I'm going to start one of the pick and roll.
Smith outside.
So I can't give any space. I need a body him up.
Pass to Bullard. Here's Maxwell. Lets the 3 fly. Buries it from 3-point range.
I think you got
That's
to
what we
show
don't.
more
I
fight
knew
than
that was
that.
been
You can't give
Maxwell
up on
shot
the
that
play.
shit too.
Once you get screened, you got to continue to fight through.
And coach is definitely going to be frustrated with that effort, or lack of one, that is.
Here's Cole. Now Smith.
Damn, Smith.
Shot opportunity, and he
Nice.
sinks the layup.
Love the hustle there. Extending the possession, just generating offense.
Here's Maxwell. Last time out, he had 13 points. Here's Bullard. Cycli pulls it in. Cycli's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Smith. Another shot. Pass to Coles. Edwards looking it over. Here's the screen. And it falls.
Yeah, we got to make that.
That kind of defense isn't going to get it
that was
done,
the easiest stuff he was going to get.
a score of his caliber.
We only got about a point. 3 minutes
11
left.
points last game. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Smith's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Known as a jump shooter primarily, Smith is also skilled at getting it done in close.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Here's Floyd.
Good. We got about 4, but still, I didn't want to do that.
Out to the right wing. Bullard. A 3-pointer off the mark. Miami leading by 4. Rice dishes to Edwards. Here's Cycli. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago. 6 to shoot. Here's Edwards. It's deflected.
Great anticipation defensively.
I don't know what the hell you're doing. I don't even know what you're thinking on that.
Here's Floyd. It's all in by the Heat. Cycli's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. To the paint. Here's Sunvold. Here's Rice. Bullard pulls it in. Rockets trail by 4. Coach, a tough stretch for this offense.
Yeah,
I'd
4.
say they need to get back to what they do best. Right now, that's a question mark.
A big question mark. Here's Floyd. Nothing on the board. Houston needs to get a shot up. Johnson, that's for 2. Kept alive. Here's Bullard. No good that time. The Heat leading by 4. Unfold the pass to Rice. It's stolen by Olajuwon. Now Johnson. 14 points from him the last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Floyd passes to Bullard. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance.
Now I know I got beat him up. I got to draw the 3-point now.
Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to Chicago. Here's Burton. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Burton's got the lead up to 4 now for Miami. Smith outside. Pass to Olajuwon. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. That's now 8 points for Hakeem Olajuwon.
Boy, great body control that time by Olajuwon. Really hard to knock him off balance.
That was a very
Miami
difficult
calls
shot.
their first time out of the
Well,
game.
not very difficult.
He checked in for Houston. Maxwell comes in for Floyd. The Heat shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. Here's Cycli. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Smith. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Pass to Smith.
We are about to.
Here's Maxwell. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game.
The big man,
I don't know what just happened.
showing how dangerous he can be close to the rim.
And Miami shooting just 34% from the floor. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Guys, I was able to speak with the head athletic trainer for the Heat about his status. He told me that the injury looks like it's a lower back strain, and that is a very painful one. we were to miss a lot of games, this would be a
Hey, who got a little backspine?
This is a team that hoped and expected to make a deep playoff run this year. Kevin?
Thanks as always, David. Appreciate the report. Never good, Clark, to see an injury like that take place.
It is an unfortunate part of the game, partner. Hope he recovers soon.
You said it, partner. We, as well as his fans, hope to see him back on the court very soon.
I don't lie.
That was a foul. No question about it.
He deserved to go to the line after that hit.
Rollins checked in for Elijah Wan. And with the summer games coming up, Clark, NBA players will be eligible to represent their countries for the first.
Now who got hurt?
Time. Yeah, what a great change that's going to be.
Extremely exciting because we know the rest of the world has basically been playing with pro players against college players from the U.S. So now, with that rule being changed, it really opens up the USA to have a stacked and loaded team with all of that NBA talent. A few guys still have a sour taste in their mouth after the 88 games as well. So 92, a special year for USA basketball.
And here are the Heat now after the Rockets pick up 3. Here's Cole. To the inside. Here's Cycli. And Thorpe pulls it down. Thorpe's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And with the pump fake by there.
6 points for him. Thorpe can't make it work. Miami trailing. Rice passes to Cole.
Nice stop.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
During this timeout, they have to be talking about how to improve the offense.
I think they're drawing up their best play, trying to get an easy bucket. A good after timeout play.
Here we go. Making a change here. Long's checked in.
More of a defensive game more than anything.
Here's Rice. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Here's Coles. Just 5 to shoot. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Coles got 5.
Just taking what the defense gives him.
Smith against Maxwell. Pass to Thorpe. The rebound by Long.
Defense.
The Heat with the lead. To the middle. Here's Cycli. It's rebounded by Houston. Thorpe's got his 5th rebound in this one. Johnson outside. Here's Maxwell. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of the game. Miami grabs the miss. Here's Rice. There's a good screen. Pass to Cycli. Sweet little float. And the Heat lead by 3.
You expect this toughness from Cycli inside. A big man who knows how to throw his weight around.
Inside, here's Rollins. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
The Heat shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. Here's Coles. Good. Nice job down low. Coles got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Smith outside. 34 seconds left here in the second.
Nice.
Maxwell, the pass to Rollins. Clock at 4. Lets it go from the wing. Pass to Maxwell. Out to Smith.
Man, he just eyed me. All right, 10 seconds. Let's go. What Kenny Smith gonna do with that ball? You ready?
Johnson surveying the floor. And he was able to put it up in time, but it doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far.
That was a good contest.
Up by 3.
Contest even
We'll
for
see
me.
you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
This is a slow-paced defensive game.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Hakeem Olajuwon has been sensational.
Boy, he's been explosive down low, just relentlessly attacking the rack and slamming it down on defenders. No mercy.
His physicality in the first half was tremendous, and the defense has been hesitant to get in his way.
I gotta keep an eye on Hakeem. I got the assignment on
And as we get
Hakeem.
into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet.
Ooh, I can't stop him.
Here's Cole. Pass to Cycli. And the basket is good.
When they hit,
Cycli's got the lead up to 5 now.
you need to
for
start taking
Miami.
advantage of every defensive stance they have in
the
here.
guy makes it hard for the defenders.
Slow E, I can start shooting these mids. They don't
Here's
keep me
Maxwell.
open. When they hedge me, I
Johnson
can do
outside.
something.
Now, here is Olajuwon. And it's Miami
that.
with the rebound. Cycli's got 15 rebounds here tonight. They set the screen. Rice, no good.
Really tough to see a quality look like that
That
go
was a
away.
good shot, too.
Just couldn't quite finish the job.
Just a tough break, especially because opportunities that good don't often come along.
Now, here is Smith. Olajuwon in the high post. And it hung
that.
on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The Heat leading by 5. Here's Cole. He's got 7, and Thorpe pulls it down. Thorpe's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. The 3 from Maxwell, and it's Miami with the rebound.
Every time we miss, we got extra every time
Here's
we
Rice.
miss.
Puts it up from 17. Hakeem
He
Olajuwon grabs
get
the
possession.
rebound.
That's normally one of his spots, and it was a quality look. Shame to see it go to waste.
Wasted no time on that one. Smith's got 8 points.
Hey, with his speed, Smith's pull-up is there anytime Kenny wants to shoot it.
Right wing. Here's Rice. Olajuwon with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last
Just shot
touch
the
by
mid, and he
Olajuwon.
was right there.
Here's Smith. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Here's Rice. And again, it's the Heat missing.
They got a great look. Close in. Sometimes the ball just doesn't go through the hoop.
Maxwell's shot is no good. Miami leading by 3 to the paint. Here's Long. Hasn't it Smith with the assist that time. Long's got his second basket of the night.
That's an excellent move inside, keeping pace here.
And
Just
so
keep
it's
the
Smith
ball
with it.
moving.
He'll bring it up for the
They keep the
Rockets.
ball moving, should be good. They are a good defensive
3
team.
minutes gone now in the third quarter.
They ain't no Chicago.
Here's Olajuwon.
But that's
Lays it up
animation.
off the glass.
That's a straight
12 points
animation.
for him.
Boy, it's been attack after attack from Hakeem. And
Now
this
looking, I
he's not
can't
giving the
I can't
defense
check.
any
I can't.
breaks.
And the Heat call time here. With the All-Star game almost here, let's see how the West is shaping up. You look at the Rockets. Right now, they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference. Here's Cycli. 6 points for him. Coles passes to Cycling. Here's Coles. Over to the wing. Uncovered. Cycling.
I'll
No
take
good.
those shots.
That shot was too good to pass on, but he just couldn't get it totally dialed in.
Johnson kicks to Smith. Olajuwon in the high post. Cycling pulls it in. The Heat leading by 3. Rice passes to Long. Here's Cole. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Rice. There's a screen. Miami needs to get a shot off. Cole. That's good from 17 feet away. Cole's got the lead up to 5
the other team twice. They gonna be doing that. They gonna be doing that this whole game. Then we gotta keep an eye on that.
Room for improvement, sir. Smith against Maxwell. Pass to Olajuwon. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest.
I even stop playing defense on this dude because it's really like
doing what he does, going to work in the paint area, playing to his strengths, and getting it up and down.
Here's Cole. He's got 9. It's intercepted.
That's some soft ass way.
Johnson right side. Smith on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Olajuwon. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. For Miami, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Here's Rice looking to get it going, and he gets the jumper drop. Rice has got 6 points.
Love the no hesitation shot release of Glenn Rice. You see the confidence he has, and for good reason.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Again for the Rockets.
We gotta keep this game. We can still win this game. Let's all figure it out.
Thorpe, the pass to Smith. Pass to Floyd. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
This is how tenacious Floyd is. Outstanding at attracting contact on the way up.
Rockets have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far. Good on both.
So we still gotta make those.
Here's Cole. He's got 9. Floats one.
There you go.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Heat have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. That one misses. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the 3rd. Here's Floyd. A putback. Here's Olajuwon. And it's Olajuwon with the jam.
And what a time to have that throwdown.
Clark's second chance point. So big in close game.
Always a factor.
And that will fire this team up.
And it's the Heat with the ball, following the score by Houston. Here's Rice. He's got 6, just 4 to shoot. Here's Coles. And again, it's the Heat missing. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the 3rd quarter got underway. Pass to Thorpe. Here's Floyd, covered by Smith. For the lead. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Floyd is such a natural scorer, so creative finishing off plays.
Burton's checked in for the Heat. Edwards comes in for Smith. Here's Cole. 10 points for him. Out to the right wing. Here's Burton. He's guarded by Johnson. And that one's good. Burton.
I'm gonna make sure I get him in spots just in case he shoot that mid, though. I gotta read the defense.
Pass to Floyd. He lobs it up, and it's Olajuwon with the jam.
Boy, what a luxury it is to have Olajuwon as your target for the alley-oop.
Outside Edwards. There's the pick. Poke loose. Here's Cole. Here's Burton. 8 points for him. 5 on the clock. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Keeping it close. That's all we need to do. Just keep it close.
You got to stay in his jersey.
I'm about to put my star player on the bench for a little rest.
And here is
At least to the fourth quarter.
Houston moving it around. Olajuwon left side. Floyd passes to Olajuwon. No good that time. Miami trailing. Edwards with it. 6 points for him. Here's Cole. Pass to Burton. Shoots over Johnson. Burton, no good. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Floyd passes to Smith.
I got you. What you gonna do? Get in position.
Here's the screen. And it's Miami with the rebound. Cycley's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. It's a 1-point game.
About way looking for
pass to Thorpe. Shoots from the elbow. He gets that one. Thorpe's got his first basket.
If Thorpe can't get inside, he still has options, like a smooth mid-range shot.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Watson, he's checked in for the Heat. Houston also making some changes. Rollins checked in for Olajuwon. Bullard comes in for Johnson. And it's Campbell in for Smith. Pass to Cole. Here's Burton. Now here's Watson. For the tie. Bullard pulls it in.
Shots at that pit.
Bullard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Thorpe. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
I just need to make sure.
Pass to Floyd. Driving to the basket. Miami grabs the miss.
I thought he made that shit too. That's right. I didn't know I did that rebound. I thought he made that shit.
Outside Edwards. 1:41 left here in the third quarter. Here's Burton. And
there you go, like that. Take your sweet ass time with that.
6 in the quarter.
With him, the
all we need to do is
says
space the floor.
over the screen.
Absolutely, he'll hurt you from deep, so you have to fight through those picks.
Here's Floyd. 5 points in the game. To Rollins and stolen by Watson.
That's what I mean when I stay at home too.
Edwards passes to Watson.
Let's
so
go.
They take the lead. 6 lead
Fucking
changes.
shit I'm talking about.
That has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Here's Floyd out left to the wing.
That time I ain't come forward.
43 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Thorpe.
3 seconds. 3 seconds. 3 seconds.
Thorpe can't make it work. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Coles passes to Watson. Here's Cole. Covered by Rollins. Swiped away. There we go, one-on-one. 3 seconds left. A shot that time, not on target.
Down, we up by a point. Nice defense.
Heat lead by 1. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Here's Floyd. Olajuwon left side. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. That's now 22 points for Hakeem Olajuwon. And it's Miami's ball. They trail by 1. Here's Sunvold. There's the pick. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the first one at the line is good. I'm gonna put my star player back on the floor.
To be reliable, I mean, he wants his team to
win. 11.
They can always count
5 minutes, 8 minutes, depends on. It's really like depend on how we play.
37% from the field. Here's Floyd.
Y'all keep start cooking Weatherspoon, then I'm gonna put him on the floor.
The pass to Olajuwon.
If he's on his own like he just did, now I'll keep on the floor for a little bit.
Shooting 41% for the game.
That ain't gonna be no off.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly.
You gotta make
this
those.
Is the wing J. Rockets trail. Here's Floyd. Haskins with the rebound. This offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Everybody sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you really hard to defend.
Here's Sunvold. 18 feet out. To the left wing.
That was a nice rebound, too. That was
over to the left wing. Here's Burton. It falls for
nice.
His 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And he has been dialed in since the tip with
I'll be up by 3.
Great output
Fourth
from
quarter.
him so far.
Here's Floyd.
The Kings gonna try it.
Campbell the pass to Bullard. Five to shoot. Pass to Campbell. Here's Floyd. Fires the 3. That one doesn't go.
Just gonna box out and try to get the rebound.
To the inside. Here's Weatherspoon, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Very little resistance right there.
Exactly.
You see why they're down, huh? Wow.
Has to be better on the defensive end. Can't allow dunks.
Here's Olajuwon. Trying to get something going, and it's Olajuwon with the jam.
He did that.
Filling it up in a
I couldn't get back in position. I saw that. I was too aggressive. He just used my body.
It's making a switch here. Smith has checked in. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Kevin Lockery had some advice for the team. He told them this is what it's all about, proving we're the better team in the tough situations. But you got to want it. Coach told his guys they have what it takes to win here. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Weatherspoon. Nails the baby hook.
I ain't know. I was shocked at that.
4 points in the quarter.
I hit him with the green. I hit him with the green a little bit, though. Up and under a little bit.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And the foul called on Edwards. That's foul
so yeah, I might keep him on the floor for another until maybe 4 or 5 minutes. Doing good so far, so I'm good right now.
Bullard, the pass to Floyd.
Playing good defense on the range.
Moving the ball around.
That's getting that my momentum.
Here's Elijah.
That's why I can't be left.
How good is that? You gotta love watching them rise up and finish with power.
But Clark, when the defense is this weak, you should expect to get dunked on. They deserve it.
For sure.
I tell you, they deserve it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were expecting. It's their fault giving them these kinds of opportunities.
Should have lined up for that 3.
Floyd passes to Herrera. Here's Smith. Again, the Rockets score.
Any trip that ends with a bucket should be celebrated. Never easy to score at this level.
Here's Sunvold. Pass to Burton. Elijah with the rebound.
The
Rockets have gone 4-7 for the field since the beginning of the fourth. Poked away. And here comes the break. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon.
Smart play to save the easy shot. He'll make them earn it at the line.
I like the strategy. Make them shoot for it.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
He missed a chance to put him up by 3. You know he'd like to have that one back.
Smith right side. Pass to Olajuwon. Pocket 6. To tie it up. He lays it in. Olajuwon's got the game tied up here for Houston.
Clearly a mix-up defensively there. Way too easy inside.
And in a close game, those can come back to haunt you.
Smith with it. And the fake shot is good.
Nice approach, working it in low that time. Caused problems for the defense. Kept them off balance enough to get the bucket.
All right, 6 minutes left.
Smith outside. Here's Floyd. Pass to Olajuwon. Rebound by the Heat.
I make him dribble one.
Heat shooting the ball 42%.
Can't do nothing that deep.
Smith the pass to Coles. Here's cycling. Here's Coles. And he drives in.
I ain't gonna hold you. I like the fact that he's taking it. He's taking it. He's doing what he has to do. I like that. I just think he should start shooting mid or flow at the least.
And then for Houston, Thorpe, he checked in for Herrera. And it's Johnson in for Bull.
They only down by 4.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Pass to Floyd.
He's tired.
Here's Olajuwon. Cycli pulls it in.
And wear and tear is starting to fuck him up.
Smith scanning the floor.
That's what I need.
Here's Cole. Back to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Rice. That shot misses. Great D that time from Johnson.
Team is fun. No, he's not. He's not very far. I don't know if he's not very good.
Olajuwon. And he uses the glass on the layup. Olajuwon's
he
got
always
30.
doing that
Boy,
first
is
pump
that a
fake,
big
man.
bucket, putting the offense on his shoulders there.
That's why I'm not falling for that first pump fake.
Here's Cole. It's stolen.
What the hell was that first?
Johnson left side. And he makes the first.
Still gotta make those,
Maxwell is checked in for Floyd. Johnson. And Johnson drops them both. The Heat have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Here's Cole. Covered by Smith.
Nice.
Shots good by Cole.
You know, I think they've got to show a little more anticipation dealing
Just
with
making
these
play for
screens,
Bimbo,
right
and he's
now,
finished.
They're just laying on
Exactly what I need.
Look, you have to go over the top or duck under. Right
That's
now,
my
they're
fault.
seemingly trying to go
That's
through
my
the
fault.
screen.
The chemistry's so obvious on these alley-oops. Fantastic.
I ain't with a
sequence
3-second
there.
violation,
Plays
so
like
I
that,
lose.
Clark, bring a team closer together.
For sure.
Yeah, I like when guys take initiative and go after chances like this.
Here's Long, following the score by Akeem Olajuwon. Smith outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Rice. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Heat lead by 2.
A legitimate threat from the mid-range. Rice doesn't need much room to feel comfortable.
We're back 2. 3 minutes left. Let's go.
Here's Maxwell. Pass to Johnson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows.
That's my fault.
He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You always have to be ready to get physical and fight for your shot.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Taking advantage of what the defense is giving them, the
Okay.
mid-range, and they're happy to take it.
And, you know, the more they penetrated, the more they realized the defense wasn't able to stop them. So they just kept doing it.
Here's Cole. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will
Bimbo's
shoot
game.
That was an
Trying to
easy
say the
call
best.
on that shot.
Refs will call that one 10 out of 10 times.
That one is no good.
Out in front now, although he left 1 point on the board there.
Like that.
Pass to Thorpe.
Reaction.
A fadeaway. That one drops for him.
Well, I like the determination and the hustle. This guy leaves it all out there every time he's between the lines.
Here's Cole. Good for basket
There you
number
go.
6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12. This, Mike, is the very definition of a back-and-forth game. It's been so fun to watch.
Neither side taking his foot
All right,
off the
2 minutes
gas.
left.
I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
I am too. Now, here is Smith. Pass to Olajuwon. Shot from 12.
He couldn't do no, he couldn't do his angle front fade like he wanted to.
Smith on the wing. Here's Cole. Covered by Smith. There's a screen. Tries the spin move. Coles passes to Smith. Offline the baseline
should have
jumper.
made that.
Defense backing off there, knowing the mid-ranger is a low percentage.
Pass to Maxwell.
Oh, shit.
And it's off from three-point range. Heat have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Long pass to Rice. Here's Cycling. It's rebounded by Houston. Thorpe's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Smith outside. Pass to Thorpe.
Got it.
Cycling pulls it in. The Heat with the lead.
I would close him. That would,
Here's Coles. Olajuwon with the block.
yeah.
That's out of bounds.
Can't say that
Will
come.
retain possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
Cycling passes to Cole. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Smith. And that
Let's
was
go.
clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Hey, if you can't force the turnover, that's not a bad foul.
Well, at least they're stopping the clock. That's not the worst-case scenario for them.
Second free throw.
God.
No good that time. He really wanted wanted that one. Maxwell against Smith. Olajuwon. They could use a bucket. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
So I need to be the one checking
Olajuwon's got
because he don't be
34
doing his
points.
pump fakes.
Takes a step back. Puts it up from 7. It falls.
I was nervous about that shot for Glenn Rice, too.
Yes, he coolly got that one to drop under pressure.
Timeout called. Rockets. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
Key thing, probably what coach wants to see is a good shot. It's important they convert here.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Smith. It counts. A huge shot to tie it up.
Showing some gumption on that shot. Smith comes up with some needed points.
Rice passes to Cycling. Here's Long. Here's Cole. 6 to shoot. Pass to Smith. A 3 ball. Can't knock in the 3.
That's overtime. Oh, shit.
Now complete. We will go to overtime. Live from Miami, you're watching 2K Sports.
I know I had. I thought the shot. I was sworn I thought the shot clock was going there.
And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Now here is Smith. Pass to Maxwell to take the lead. Smith with the defensive effort.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Nice and one.
Picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Really good job of sticking with it.
So hard to sink it while being fouled.
All right, we got about
It's the Rockets.
4 minutes left, overtime.
Smith outside. Here's the screen. Down low. A slam dunk by Thorpe.
At 6'9", Thorpe is capable of
I was
these
in
throwdowns,
position.
especially when he's given strong inside position.
Here's Cole. Smith outside. Shot clock at 6. Ice. No good with the triple.
And got to be honest here. I mean, he should have
He
made
was
that.
right there.
I bet it's not going to affect his confidence, though. He's going to keep
that's not
taking those
key.
shots.
Now here is Smith. To take the lead. The second effort, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Moving his body around and creating space. Thorpe gets fouled.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Well, overtime basketball, 1.5 minutes played so far. Here's Cole. Cycling. Olajuwon with the rebound. Olajuwon's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work.
They've been undisciplined defensively, getting themselves into foul trouble far too early.
And here's Smith. To Olajuwon, just 5 to shoot, and no good that time.
Exactly, I was going on that.
For Miami, they've gone 1 of 4 from the field in the overtime period so far. Rice passes to Cole. Over Smith. Again, the miss by the
shots
Heat.
taken,
You know, you got to feel for him. He just cannot seem to buy a bucket here.
Yeah, but he has to stop shooting. He's really hurting his team.
Here's Maxwell. Spears another rebound. Miami trailing. It's overtime basketball, folks, if you're just tuning in. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Maxwell. Smith outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Maxwell. Smith outside. That three off the mark. The Heat shooting 40% from the field. Smith. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Houston's gone 0-3 from long range so far in this overtime period. Johnson, the pass to Smith. Elijah fades away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. We're now over 3.5 minutes through this overtime period. Here's Cole. A three. Sinks the triple.
Let's go.
And the Heat lead by 2.
The jump shot of Rice gets it off so easily and so smoothly. Silk personified that jumper of his.
Now here is Smith. To Elijah. That's another rebound. Here's Rice.
I was about to take it too.
Lets it go from 14. Money!
Let's go.
Glenn Rice is a pure scorer. I mean, his team depends on him to constantly and consistently nail these types of shots.
Timeout called. Rockets. Going up for the alley-oop.
That's my fault.
What a huge shot.
I looked down. That's my fault.
So
I looked down.
Miami. They should look to use the clock, coaches, as much as possible, right?
Yeah, they have the lead. No reason to rush anything right now.
And stolen
I don't know why you did that, Rice.
Smith up top. Pass to Elijah. Knocks it down, and we're going to another overtime.
What a big-time shot at the horn, and we've got more basketball coming.
I say we keep it going all night. This is just too much fun to end.
And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2.
That was my fault because I looked down my phone.
In just a moment.
If I didn't look down my phone, that would have been alley-oop. That's my fault.
And as we play into another overtime, the tension continues to build. Both teams refusing to quit. Now Smith. Pass to Thorpe. Smith right side. To the middle. The slam dunk by Thorpe. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Coles passes to Long. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Okay, third.
Smith outside to the wing on the left. Clock at 6. Here's Rice. Good on the three-point shot. And the Heat lead by 1.
How about this offensive barrage from Rice? Totally unstoppable right now.
To the inside.
And that's a strong defensive effort to force the miss, especially against someone of his caliber.
Here's Cole. Covered by Smith. Maxwell against Smith. And it's Rice.
Nice defense.
Rice has got his 4th rebound in this one. Yep, that one goes.
I've been mad he blocked it. He blocked that too. I didn't know who
They look to
he
him
did.
offensively.
Gotta just
Player
kind
who
of
makes
did
an impact on this
a casual layup.
Smith on the wing.
Steve Smith. Second personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Smith outside. Thorpe. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
As dependable big man as you'll find in the game.
Sounds
Scores
good.
and
I get
rebounds at an
mad.
impressive level.
And the second free throw, good.
They've got to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Here's Cole. They set the pick. Pass to Cycli. Here's Rice. Just 5 on the clock. Smith outside. Here's Long. It's rebounded by Houston.
All right, we up by 2. 2 minutes left.
Here's Maxwell. Smith outside. Pass to Olajuwon. And rebounds again. The Heat with the
He
lead.
ain't doing that pump fake.
Smith right
That's what he wants
side
to do. That pump fake.
to the left side wing. Here's Long. And the Heat get another
Nice.
bucket right there.
Yeah, plenty of
The
time
best
to do
idea
that
is to
too.
work it out to the perimeter. Force the defense to expand.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets.
Second overtime.
Inside. Here's Olajuwon. And good, and it takes a nice bounce.
I noticed when he's close up, he ain't gonna do no dribble. But when he's close, he ain't that close. He's gonna try to do a dribble.
Job done.
Smith outside. Here's Cole. Covered by Smith. There's the pick. Here he goes. And a lot of
Wow.
contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
4th personal foul. 3rd team foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
This game just feels like it could come down to the wire. So that is just the kind of success they need to have at the free throw line.
Here's Olajuwon. Miami grabs the miss. 127 left to play in the second overtime of quite a heated game. Here's Rice. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, that was gold. Oh, I thought I was gold.
Rice's activity on offense, outstanding. So good at getting the defense to get out of position and able to draw the foul.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
You never want to leave.
All right, 93-87. Let's go.
Especially when you're trying to build on your lead.
Smith outside. Here's Olajuwon. Cycli pulls
How
it
you
in.
do it?
Heat on offense. They're on an 11-3 run. Pass to Long. Smith with it. Good ball movement here by Miami. But Trey. Team Olajuwon grabs the rebound.
And I'm sure he's surprised that one didn't go down.
Well, he
Sure,
doesn't
I
make
mean-
every shot, but you expect him to make these.
They set the pick. Smith up top. Here's Maxwell. Covered by Smith. A floater. Maxwell's shot is...
One.
5th personal foul. Penalty. Now at the line.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he cannot
shot 27%, but he did make a
he did about this, but this thing is done, overcooked.
Well, it's our job
did
to
make
be
an
honest
impact.
and
Even though he shot 27%, he made a fucking impact. See, it's not about, to me, it's not about how many points you score. It's about how much impact he made.
Double overtime games are so grueling, and after this one, everyone, the officials, the fans, us as broadcasters, we need to take a little rest.
Yeah, we sure do. This team really dug deep into their energy reserves and showed their determination to come up with the win.
And that about wraps it up. For our reporter, David Aldridge, along with Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for...